Money Radio, discussing the business of making and spending money.
Good day to all of you beautiful people out there in Radio Land. You are welcome to this week's edition of the transportation segment of Money Radio on Leadership Podcast. My name is Case Hammond. I'm your host, and I have in the studio here with me AGK, our in-house analyst. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. We are back again.
Yeah, we're back again. And I must say you look good and you are doing good. When I say you are doing good, you are chopping this country's money. We'll get to that when we go outside there. So today's topic we are discussing on Money Radio is Nigeria Air Project Takeoff in April. How feasible? You know, this Nigeria Air is supposed to take off in April, as has been promised by the Honorable Minister Adi Serika. Yes. Adi Serika. And it would seem like everything, I wouldn't say everything is being done. Not everything is being done, but the minister might like to see at least, even if it's just an open show, that Nigeria Air is resuscitated, is given life under his regime. We are going to discuss these issues. The deadline of the date for takeoff has been set. That is April. What is going on, first of all? Are there any signs that Nigeria Air, we are going to see Nigeria Air in the skies of the country? It's about 2 months from now. But April, the month of April actually is like
less than 2 months.
45 days, 46 days from now. Yes. So,
Mr. Case, I think at this stage, I can say it on my own that it's not feasible.
Why is it not feasible? And you are an authority. I would like to remind you, you are an authority.
Yeah, that is why I said I can say on my own. I'm speaking for myself now.
As an authority.
Yeah, and with the little knowledge I have about the project. Because the problem with that project is that it's hidden and it's all in secret.
First of all, let me remind our listeners, when I call AGK an authority, he covers transportation. He's a guru in that area. So he should know, or he knows some of the inner workings of the ministry. And so when I say you are an authority, it's from that perspective I'm speaking. So as an authority,
I would say I have little knowledge.
Okay.
Because no knowledge, you can never know all. You just know a bit of everything.
Okay, please tell us what you know.
Nigerian Air is not feasible for April 2022. We have to be categorical about that. You cannot be planning something as big as opening an airline, and you're telling us that you're doing magic, and we're not seeing the magic. As a matter of fact, let's start from the physical things. If we are to have Nigeria Air by April, by now we should have a managing director of the company.
Yes, I agree with you.
We should have staff. We should have an office. We should have. This is where they are working. This is where they are operating from. This is that. You don't just sit as a minister and you're telling us that everything will happen, and we're not saying anything. At least the other ones that you're hiding, because even from the people from the ministry, I spoke with a very senior director at the ministry, and he told me that he doesn't know anything about that project.
A senior director
that should know, that should be involved. He said he does not know what is happening about that project. In fact, he said the little information he had about that project, he heard from people. Them say. And I can tell you categorically that this year, the Minister of Aviation resumed in his office last week. But I know some people can argue that he can work from anywhere after his aviation. He can work from up, he can work from abroad, he can work from but that is to say that we have directors at the offices.
So for an issue such as as serious as this
As
Nigerian
this,
Air.
where
You're
the-
supposed to be saying the minister at least every day
You are supposed to
on
be
his feet, doing things.
on the ground assessment of the progress ahead of April. When you are talking about launching something as big as Nigerian airport, airline, you shouldn't be telling us that you're working from sleep or working from home. No, we should be seeing physical things, but we are not seeing them. Okay, let me give it to him. He tweeted recently that the AOC will be available in a few weeks' time or few days' time also.
The AOC is the Air Operator's Certificate,
allowing you, giving you permission to fly.
giving you permission to fly. I wonder, to get the permission to fly, if that is not ready now.
Now, and you're talking about
April.
Now, where are your pilots? Okay, maybe it's going to borrow from Epis, Asma, and Co.
No, an information I got on this, the whole operations of Nigeria Air is going to be a wet lease.
Yeah.
Wet lease means whoever it's a lease actually. So whoever you are leasing the aircraft from will provide pilots, will provide even fuel.
No, don't get it twisted. Let's understand it.
Okay, what is wet
when
lease?
When you want to lease, let's forget the wet.
Okay.
You want to lease an aircraft. It's just like you're borrowing something.
Yes, it is.
You can't borrow aircraft. You can't borrow staff from leadership, for example, and you expect that leadership will be paying them. Leadership will give them transport and
No, but we are looking at the definition of wet lease.
No, let's understand the plan on ground.
Okay.
The plan is that you is going to lease aircraft from this 3 aircraft from somewhere. It is not mentioned.
We don't even know the place yet.
Places. Now, if you lease them, you are expected. It's an airline with managing director and everything, and board of directors and everything. The board of directors could be there because that one will just enter CAC. You just register them. They can be anywhere, but a structure should be in place that should take care of all these things. So when you bring in the planes, even if you're getting the pilots, assuming the plane is coming with pilots and everything, what about the system? That should be, when you say by April we should have Nigeria Air on Sky, you should be scheduling your flights. There are so many things involved that we should be seeing now. But you see,
where are the offices?
Let me tell you what happened. I learned recently also that they procured one one structure in town, and they will have a space at the airport. That is not a problem. You can do that one overnight. What happened to this project is that the minister started from the last part. You see, going to announce that you want to open Nigerian Air when you don't even have a plan, a structure on ground. You're starting something from the end. He did not start with the planning. There was no plan, there was no structure, nothing on ground, and you just went and announced. And the man is under pressure. He has shifted the date for like 4 times now. 3 to 4 times. This should be the 4th one. And we are talking about not happening. Most of the, I don't want to be calling names, but most of the people who are involved told me categorically and in confidence that they are not seeing the possibility. Except one thing is that they may just arrange, and that day you see an aircraft with Nigeria Air on top, and they will fly up and come down. The following day they will say we are suspending it for operational purposes, and that will be the end. But for now, we are not saying anything, and it's very shameful. It's actually a bad.
So before we come to that, before we come to that aspect, I want to ask a question. Is there a necessity that there must be a Nigeria Air?
It's a matter of pride. It's a matter of pride. Nigeria is too big of a country to not have an airline. When you consider a situation that Rwanda has Rwanda Air, Egyptian Air, we have even Kenya.
Togo has.
ABA. So Nigeria should be able to have an airline. So it's just a matter of pride. Now, what we are doing in Nigeria is that we are anywhere we are going, the official airline is airpiece, our national team, our this, our that, airpiece. So are we going to depend on that forever? We should have an airline. We should be able to run it. And government should not be interfering. It should be something we do on our own.
And so, what stops the federal government from partnering with an airpiece
Because
instead of this? And I would say is vain pride
yeah,
that it must be, because to run an airline is not a child's play.
you see, we discussed it last time, and we say that they say 49% will come from private PPP, private investors.
Yeah.
What stops you, just like you say, what stops you to call APs and say, why not be this private investor? APs have the structure.
They do.
APs have everything on ground. They have the planes. It's just for them to carve out 5 to 10 planes, rebrand it to Nigerian Air, and they still have the APs and the structure. With their experience and everything, they will just appoint a managing director and everything, and it will manage the structure of airpiece, part of the airpiece. Even if you don't want to use airpiece, I mean, anyone you want to use, if you know you cannot do it on your own, why not approach them with good offers anyway? Because I believe everything boils down to the offer. You can't go to airpiece or these people who are well established already and you're telling them to give me, come and be this, and you're not giving them enough reason why they should forfeit that part of their business. So I think the government can do better. They should have started on time, but they jumped into the game. They jumped into the game by announcing that the airline we are up. We went to London,
Yeah, there was a road show somewhere.
air road show, and you just announced boy Nigeria is Nigeria Air with the logo, and you spend so much money. So today we don't know the actual amount. They keep saying 6 billion, 8 billion, just for that jamboree. And up until this moment, we don't have anything on ground. And this is one of the projects that the minister promised us so that we have not seen anything. He promised so many things, and we have not seen anything. Everything they keep telling us that is in pipeline, is in pipeline. And we have how many months to go? Very soon, the real politics will start, and these guys will resign and go back to campaign for the next positions. So it's a bad situation, and we pray that we have, and we pray that miracle happens.
Funny enough, monies are going into this project.
Of course, on a daily basis, there is a committee sitting every day, and you won't tell me that they will not drink water, they will not eat, they will not collect their allowances, and we are talking about the fact that we are not seeing anything happen. And the minister who should be monitoring the committee, anyway, okay, some people say he's working from home, so let's believe that he was working from home. For January, they started with next February, middle of February. That's when he resumed in his office. Minister of Aviation is the hardest person to see among this Buhari government.
That's so.
Yes. If you want to see the you will never meet him in the office. But just like some people said, he's working from home. So believe that he's working from home. If he's abroad, if he's in Nigeria, if he's anywhere, he's working from home.
It's sad.
It's a very sad situation.
Taxpayers' money go into this thing, and when it comes to these kind of issues, people should be probed for the utterances they make and their actions as well as inactions. How can you come out of just some kind of emotions, out of sentiments, come and announce there will be Nigeria Air so and so time, and from what you're saying, nothing is going on. It's like playing on people's intelligence.
Yeah.
These people who pay you are Nigerians. People.
I actually put this to the director of press, Dr. James Odaud. I asked him, I say, is it a deliberate effort to deceive Nigerians about this project? Or was it that there was a mistake along the line? And he told me that the minister is a pilot by training.
He's a pilot.
He's a trained pilot.
Okay.
He said the minister came in with this passion to change the aviation industry. And this Nigerian Air was part of what he wanted to do. So from the inception, he had a very good mind, a good plan in his mind to actualize this. But I've now been, from our discussions, I understood that is the process that messed everything up.
Process. What do you mean process?
You know, when you have a good plan to do something and you did not start it with the foundation, that's why I say the man started from the end.
That is, you're talking about administration now. Administration.
Yes,
is
when you are okay, let me use an example. You see this, see why railways are being actualized in Nigeria. Before you hear the Minister of Transport talk about railway, must have gotten a lot of approvals. They've done feasibility study, they've checked the topography of the area, they are sure that if there is money, you can do this here. Then you start hearing the thing in the news. Not a situation where you just go and it's about 4 years ago now, and the minister went to London to announce
yes, I remember.
the coming of Nigerian Air.
Mind you, is this same minister who said sometime late last year that by 2023 Nigeria will be
Nigeria will
will
be
start
assembling aircraft. You cannot assemble pencil. We don't produce pencil in this country, for Christ's sake. We don't produce pencil. Minister of Science and Tech did that one. At the point he understood himself and he became quiet.
Instead of apologizing.
Because Nigeria cannot produce pencil when you want to assemble aircraft. So maybe anyway, maybe they will give the.
Hey Jige, I beg you, let's take a break. Let's take a break. Let's not. Please stay with us. We'll come back. We'll discuss more about this issue. Stay with us.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Money Radio, discussing the business of making and spending money.
Welcome back, viewers. We're discussing an issue on Nigeria Air getting into the skies, going to the skies in April. How feasible is that? And just before we went on break, we were discussing some of the promises the Minister of Aviation has made, including assembling aircraft in Nigeria in 2023. We'll come to that one later on. But the issue we're discussing now, the minister promised that by this year, April, we'll have Nigeria Air in the skies. From what you said, even people in the ministry are not aware of some of these developments.
Yeah.
When we talk about people in the ministry, it's not just people who are cleaners, people who are office attendants. We're talking about civil servants and directors, so to speak, critical stakeholders in the process, and they are not.
Some of them are not aware.
Some of them are not aware. So who could be aware? What are they doing that people are not seeing? What are they doing that people cannot see and say, this so and so thing is in? When food is being prepared, for example, in the food, food has scent.
Yes.
When the food is at that stage where you are just beginning to boil, the scent is different from when it is getting ready.
Yes.
And when it's ready, the scent is also different. So we can
the
draw
aroma.
The aroma will tell you, look, This is the time, and it will whet your appetite. And that appetite is what the minister is actually whetting now for Nigeria Air. But or he's trying to wet it, but it's like the food has not even got to the fire yet.
I wouldn't say that. He knows best, but the situation on ground, the facts on ground is that some directors, some stakeholders who should know are not aware of what is going on. Now, the minister has a committee that he personally set up and supervises. So it's as if he works with just the committee. We are not even aware of the committee. The journalists, they are not aware. Some of the people, they are not aware. So this committee sits on a daily basis, working towards achieving some of these projects the man wants to achieve, the investor wants to achieve. Now, if at this stage, today is February 18th also, or 17th, February 17th, we have like 11 days to the end of this month.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah,
February
March.
ends in 18.
March 30th,
Not today.
31st.
Yeah.
Just about 40 days to April.
Yes.
And we, the journalists, for example, who are supposed to be writing about these things, preparing Nigerian mind about these things,
Yes.
writing features, supporting or criticizing the process, or telling Nigerians this is the stage at which we are not aware. We are not being briefed. We are the minister or they are not even talking to anybody. The only time you hear about this issue is when they go to FEC to get approval. One big money will just go.
My God.
They will get approval. The last time they went there, they got approval 12 billion for one item at the airport. So they keep getting approval. That's the only time you hear about this thing. After that, you will not hear again. So we are waiting and we are hoping. As a matter of fact, I'm doing a very critical analysis of this thing for the paper. And I hope it comes out over the weekend. I will see the stages and what stakeholders are talking about it. The situation is terrible for us. Except they are going to do miracle. I still believe in miracle anyway. I believe in miracle. And I also told you another possibility. They can bring out an aircraft with the label Nigeria Air, fly it April, you see it. Hey, Nigeria is up. Within 1 week, 2 weeks, they will suspend it and they will say for technical reason. And Nigeria Air will die.
So are you saying there is no management?
And there is, let me even bring that one critical point. Yes, even the planning is even wrong to some extent. They are planning to start Nigeria Air with local routes. You are starting a national carrier and you're planning with local routes, which means you're going to be running Abuja to Lagos, Lagos to Ibadan, Kano, all those things. Because as a government thing, one will go to southeast. You know, everything in Nigeria is according to the region.
Yeah.
One will go to south. One will go to north, just like that. When you're launching a national carrier, the target should be international community. It shouldn't be an issue.
Yes, actually, if you look at the local routes, in fact, the local routes are actually saturated. There are many airlines that
You can't even. That is why when British Airways, all these foreign companies fly into Nigeria, they don't go to local routes.
Yes.
It's part of the agreement. Because if you go to local routes, you mess up the businesses for the local airlines.
Yes.
You're supposed to do what they call co-sharing.
Yes.
Whereby you go international, you bring in passengers. You land from London to Abuja, for example. You have an agreement with Airpeace or with Eric, Asma or anything. They will take people to Kano, take people to Enugu, take people to Kaduna, all those things. You understand what I'm saying? You will not go to these routes. Your own is to bring in the foreigners or the foreign passengers, and the people within the local airlines will go to the local routes. But now you're planning Nigeria Air with local routes. So which means you're not even dreaming as big as it used to be or is expected to be. It's a problem. It's a problem we need to address. There are so many issues about the structure of this Nigeria Air. And like I said before, there is no structure, no managing director, no chief executive, nothing for now. Not, and it's not something you can just wake up on in April and announce them and they will start working immediately. It doesn't work
It
that way.
doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way.
Who would like to fly such airline that is not structured? You need to have offices for many things. Ticketing.
A lot of things need to go underground. That's what people are just so disappointed. If Akwa Ibom State can do their Igbo Air,
Oh, yes.
Cross River, Kali Air, so many individuals. We have Green Air. We have Green Air. These are new ones. So I'm talking about just the young new ones now.
Yeah.
If they can plan these things, structure it, and come out, why can't the whole country do that?
So there are even more potential partners that the federal government can partner with in terms of name.
Yeah.
Give them the name, Nigeria.
Yes. No, even the co-sharing, leave their name so that they will grow.
Yeah.
You do co-sharing with them. Since you know Kali just started, even I just started. When you bring people, the people going to Calabar, will enter Cross River Road, Kali.
Yes.
The people going to Akwa Ibom, will enter Ibom. You help them to grow. But when you now start thinking about starting with local roads, what are you doing? What are you doing? I told you everything about this project. They started from the end. They started from the end. You're not starting from the beginning. You're just starting from the end. Minister of Transport, when he was doing Lagos Ibadan, because he gave them a time frame. It was a 3-year project. He told them, no, 1 year, 6 months. Because I don't have time. He had to go for inspection every month, sometimes 2 times in a month. And God help you, if the man comes and you are at this stage, and he comes back next month, you are still there. He must fire people that day. Because of that, everybody, they were working morning and night.
Yes, the Minister of Transportation.
Yes, even the workers, the CCCC and the workers there, they were working morning and night to make sure that when this man comes and we're here, point A, when he comes down, we should be in point D. Not a situation where you are in point A, tomorrow you are in point A and half. No. And that was how he achieved that Lagos Ibadan within a short time, 1 year plus. It was only COVID that delayed it for a while. But after a while, they picked up again.
Yeah, that is real.
So you must put a plan. If the Minister of Aviation is planning that, it should come out physically, and people should be seeing it. When he repaired this Abuja Airport runway, if you remember,
yeah,
he was personally going there Sunday. Sometimes he would go there in the night. He did that physical assessment that I was talking about in Dari.
Yeah.
He did it with them because he had a time frame. And he mounted a clock at that airport. 1 week plus. He mounted the time. The time was counting down. And he physically monitored them and they achieved that target. But this Nigerian air, there is nothing like that. Nothing like plan, nothing like pressure, nothing like as if we are trying to get this.
So why does this man not come up and say the plan I announced or whatever I announced in the past, the Nigeria Air, is not feasible? That's more honorable than to keep people thinking that something is happening.
Yeah.
So we can really we can be fairly certain that Nigeria Air is not going to be.
That is my stand anyway. But we
from
the benefit of the doubt.
That nothing is going on. Even directors in the ministry don't know such a thing is going on. It's not a child's play. It's not some project.
The minister maybe he's working with some people that.
Who might he be working with that he won't have directors aware of?
He could be working with people that he trusted or that he trusts.
I mentioned wet lease during our discussion. Wet lease actually means that not only the aircraft is leased, pilots are leased, and fueling is also leased in that agreement, the wet lease agreement. So maybe he's trying to do something like that. But even if that is the case, there are appendages that must be included.
At least somebody needs
offices, management, and all of that. We see nothing.
So I say even if you're going to take half of an existing airline to turn into Nigeria, I change the column. You still need people to manage it.
It's sad that people will, in public offices, will make will commit themselves like this, and
Let's not conclude yet. Let's hope and say April is too far.
April is just 42 or 43 days from now.
Yes,
It's not far.
They can buy airline and the airplane and just brand it.
Where does the money come from? An airline, no, an aircraft costs nothing less than $80 million.
You can buy the one that is parked somewhere now.
Back to where? To
You just come and you paint it and you fly it up and come down, and you have learned the air.
viewers, it's very nice having you, and it's almost, I wouldn't say certain, but it's almost certain that Nigeria air we have been expecting is not going to be a reality
By April.
by April. Maybe some later date, not April, considering what we have on the ground. With that mindset, we want to bring the day's morning radio, that is the transport segment of the program, to an end. We want to draw the curtain. Thanks for being here with us. You have spoiled my day with this.
I only told you what is on ground.
Yes,
I am not the minister, and
it's-
anything can happen.
it's a blunt analysis anyway.
Anything can happen.
We can't expect it. Let's not deceive ourselves. So thanks for being here with us, Ejike. Thanks to your producers. Thanks to all of you who loyally follow us on this program. My name is Kees Hammond. I've been your host. It's been nice having you. Until we meet for another bumper edition of Money Radio, it's my pleasure to say, have a great day. Stay blessed. Get your COVID jab.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.